Hi everyone, this is Aaron for Zollotech, and we're going to take a look at the Invisible Shield. This is actually the Zag HD for the iPad. And you can see they've placed a couple labels over here for the new iPad. That's because the iPad 2 is pretty much the same, and it used to fit on that as well. I'm assuming that's what it says under here. But either way, this is a Zag HD. Now, Zag HD is an upgrade from the previous Zag in that it adds clarity and a more glass-like feel. I actually have it on my iPhone 4S here, and it's really nice. It's hard to tell it's on other than that it's made for a case, so it has a little bit of a lip here so that the case can fit over it and not interfere with the Zag. But overall, really nice. Has stayed put, you can see here. You can't really tell that it's there, and it does a nice job. So this is the Zag HD for the iPad, and thanks to Zag for sending this along for review. And this is the Zag HD, basically the same sheet. Now what they've done is upgraded this. It's a little bit harder material than before, less rubbery, and that being the way that it is makes it actually a little bit easier to put on your device. So here I have an iPad with me that I've used in many reviews, and I'm going to be placing it on this. This is the one my kids use the most, and because of that, I figured it would be appropriate to put it on to this one. So I'll go ahead and place it on here, and what you want to do is wash your hands, wipe the screen down, get it perfect, put the Zag HD on, let it sit overnight, and then look at it in the morning, and it will be bubble free and look really nice. So I'll go ahead and start placing it on, and we'll take a look at it in a little bit. Now I have the Zag HD in place, and a lot of people get this little spray bottle, and that's what you use to put it on. You spray this on the back of the Zag that comes off of this sheet. You spray it on the back, make sure it's on your hands, put it down, and spread it out. Now, a little tip for you that may have not installed one of these before, what they do is they give you a little squeegee, and you squeegee out the air bubbles. There's actually an air bubble right here. You squeegee out the air bubble. If it's not sliding well, spray a little of that solution on the top of it. But other than that, what you want to do, at least that I find, is when I'm installing it, instead of just wiping all of that liquid back into maybe through the seal if it was broken, what you want to do is I hold it like this and put a little thing underneath it. You can see there's a few drops around on the table here. What I do is I squeegee away from it. So what it's doing is it actually hangs upside down and falls out the side. And that way it does not land all over everything I have inside the iPad and damage it. Now you are supposed to keep your iPad off for 24 hours when you do that. And a lot of people say that's a long time. You know, in my particular case, I don't. It's actually on while I do it, but I've done it enough times that I don't get water anywhere near any of the ports or anything because, well, I've done it a few times. Now, what you'll see here, I don't know if you can see it in this light, but there's streaks and things under this screen. There you go. You can see the streak under the screen. Now, those go away over time, so give it 24 hours, and those generally just disappear. Don't be alarmed that it looks pretty crappy when you first put it on. It will clear up. It will look really good afterwards. Just take your time, go around it, get all the air bubbles out around it. I have some air bubbles right in this little edge here. Not a big deal. Squeegee them out. And the touchscreen works great still. You can see it's sliding the lock. But we'll take a look at it after it dries so you can see the difference. And this actually has a Zag HD on it that's dry. Looked like this before with all the streaks in it and things, and clears up. So give it some time and we'll take a look at it in a moment. The Zag's been on a couple days now. It's actually fully applied and installed, and I was able to get the majority, if not all, of the air bubbles out that's over the screen. There are a couple that are right here and right here. Very hard to tell on the white iPad. Actually, in fact, when my kids use this, which this is the iPad they use the most, they really don't touch the new iPad. They didn't even know it was on here until I mentioned it to them, and they're like, oh yeah, there it is. So they saw it, but not until after I mentioned it to them. It's very clear. And let me bring it up closer so you can see. Use my fingers here. It'll refocus. And you can see there's my TiVo app. The screen is incredibly clear with the Zag HD on it. It's a really nice Zag. It's very easy to apply and install. And after 24 hours, this has probably been 72 hours at this point. It's fully clear, cured and everything. It feels just like the glass. I don't know what they've done, but it really feels like the glass. It's not as rubbery as the old one, and it's much nicer than the other Zags of the past. As far as the orange peel effect that you do see with some Zags looking down it, You really can't see it. I mean, there may be some, but if there is, it's very hard to tell if it's actually there. Maybe with the screen off, you could see it a little bit. When the screen's on, it's pretty much impossible to see the orange peel effect. So overall, the Zag HD is really a nice skin, and hopefully more skins learn to do what they've done with this, or perhaps there are more skins out there that are like this. So if there are, please go ahead and place a comment below. But overall, I really like this Zag HD, and it's definitely worth checking out. As always, if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. Thanks for watching. This is Aaron. I'll see you next time.